Welcome one and all to the Darcblade Safari, where we take a look at the creatures that roam the lands of Monster Hunter World. In this episode we're going to be checking out the fierce-jawed wyvern, Anjanath, who is sometimes referred to as the furry T-Rex or simply Angie. Anjanath is located most of the time in the ancient forest, but will also venture into the Wildspire Waste for a night out, probably because he's heard how wild the Wildspire Waste can get. Anyway, in both locations Anjanath can be seen roaming the territory, often succumbing to hay fever which causes him to sneeze up mucus, which he conveniently uses to mark out his stomping ground. After a long day wandering checking out what's what, Anjanath will go in search of dinner. The menu normally consists of Aptonath in the ancient forest or Apsiros if he's on holiday in the Wildspire Waste. Either way, he will often approach his prey Metal Gear Solid style before pouncing on it and chowing down. Sometimes you can witness Anjanath washing down his meals after by having a refreshing drink from the pools of water in the areas it roams. Anjanath is a creature that can be seen as stereotypical. It has the same physical structure as a Tyrannosaurus Rex, so large body, jaws, large legs and teeny tiny arms. It does come with some noticeable differences though if you look closely. Firstly, taking influences from recent archaeological research, Anjanath is not just scales, it sports a dark fur pelt on its back. Secondly, thanks to its poor dentistry, it has a prominent underbite which houses its larger fangs. And thirdly, it has a flame sac found in its neck which gives it the impression of a large Adam's apple. These are the noticeable differences, but it also comes with a few hidden ones. When marking its territory, sniffing out its prey or sneezing, a large nasal crest will protrude from the front of the monster's skull, giving it an odd look. These will also flare up when Anjanath becomes enraged. While pissed off, Anjanath will also flare out a pair of dorsal cells from its back. These look like they have the potential to someday evolve into wings, but at the moment they are simply used as a threat warning tool. When it comes to the who's who of the ancient forest, Anjanath falls in the middle of the pecking order. While he will actively attack all monsters he comes across, he is outclassed by Rathalos and Azure-Rathalos in the area. As for the Wildspire Waste, this is Anjanath's vacation location, and not many of the local monsters know who the lizard boy is. When it comes to laying the smackdown on haters or dinner, Anjanath has a lot of tactics up its sleeve. While a lot of his attacks rely on the creature's brute force, there are some attacks that can catch unwary hunters off guard. Most of the time, Anjanath will make attacks with its powerful underbite if its prey is directly in front of him. If behind, then it will make use of its heavy tail to swat off potential anal probes, and if a pest is directly underneath it, then it will try to use its large legs to stomp on whatever's there. These though are its most basic attacks. When angry, Anjanath will make use of harder hitting abilities. These include a powerful and creepy command grab that involve picking up the hunter, throwing them to the ground and giving them the eyeball before following up with a heavy attack. He also has an attack where he crashes into the ground and plows forward, bowling over whatever is in the way with its jaw and body weight. This attack can hit multiple times, so be wary. And finally, when Anjanath wants to turn up the heat, it will light up the flame sac in its throat, allowing him to make use of Charmander's flamethrower attacks. Anjanath wields the flamethrower in two ways. The first attack is more of a wide arc in front of him, with the flames coming from the nasal bone, a good way for clearing his sinuses, whilst the other flame attack is a massive stream of fire straight forward. Hunters have to be careful as they will be set alight if hit by any of the fire attacks. Hunters can also be set alight by getting hit by Anjanath's jaw if he is sparking up the fire. Lastly, hunters always have to be careful of Anjanath's singing voice, as when he roars, it can leave hunters stunned with earache. When it comes to taking on Anjanath, hunters should aim for the top of its noggin or its tail. The head has a 3-star rating to all weapon types, while the tail has a 2-star rating. The head and legs can both be broken, as well as the tail which can be severed. This all leads to specific loot. As for elemental damage, Anjanath is weakest to water with a 3-star rating. This is then followed by Thunder and Ice, which is rated 2-star, and Dragon, which is rated 1-star. Finally, Fire is rated X against the Fire T-Rex. Anjanath is fairly resistant when it comes to ailments that Hunter can try to give it. It has a 2-star rating to all of them, bar Blast, which is only rated 1-star. As for the rarer loot that you can get from Anjanath, these include the Anjanath Plate and Gem. These are both down to luck though. Stats aside, I do recall the Anjanath Fangs being a pain in the ass to get, but you can help your chances of getting one of these by performing some back alley dentistry and breaking Anjanath's jaw. Anjanath becomes much more deadly when it flames on. If hunters are caught by the fire, they will start to burn. They can put out the flames by rolling or flopping into water. Fireproof mantles can also be useful as it will counter the flame elements of Anjanath, but it is not vital. When you see Anjanath's flame sac powering up, it will glow red. At this point, hunters should make every attempt to punch it in the throat to cause Anjanath to topple over, leaving him stunned. This will also cause some loot to drop. If Anjanath has gone Zangief on your ass and performed his command grab, if you should have slinger ammo in your slinger, then you can use it to stop Anjanath from performing its follow-up attack, which will save you from taking damage. For gold crown hunters out there, the small gold crown for Anjanath is found at the 1465 mark, and the large one is found at around the 2008 mark. Anjanath is one of the more iconic monsters that Monster Hunter World has. It is a brute of a monster, preferring to use its body weight and powerful fire attacks over any sort of subtle attack or tactics. This can result in periods where Anjanath will seem relentless in its onslaught, but if hunters can weather the storm, Anjanath will soon tire and be left open for punishment. While newcomers may at first be daunted by the prospect of fighting an Anjanath, they will soon realise that there are much bigger and scarier foes out there. Anyway, I hope you found this video informative or entertaining, and until next time, I've been your guide Darcblade, bringing you a safari guide to Anjanath in Monster Hunter World. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.